Now, African leaders have been urged to adopt food systems that are resilient to climate varieties. Besides leveraging on technology to transform food systems, involvement of farmers is seen as key in the full utilization of such technology to increase food production. Teresa Mutai with the details.
Several challenges ranging from weather to pests have been identified as some of the stumbling blocks to food security in Africa. To deal with these challenges, African countries have been urged to rope in farmers in technological advancements in agriculture. Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu noted that in her country, they have heavily involved the youth in agriculture and further implemented policies that make it favorable for them to venture into the sector.
Where we are making youth engaging themselves in agriculture, and by agriculture we mean crop farming, livestock keeping, fisheries, and forestry.
She urged the African leaders to institute incentives that would make the agricultural sector appealing to venture into in order to scale up production within the continent.
But how are we planning ourselves to achieve food security, of which we are intending to make agriculture sector contribute by 10% to the GDP by 2030.
If the tools are not adapted, then we don't have to be, it's not rocket science to see what the impacts will be between now and 2050.
Saleh Zewed, president of Ethiopia, said that investing heavily in smart agriculture will help transform African food systems.
In terms of governance, then we had a roadmap in that regard. And a diagnostic has been made on the gaps to be filled. Went through this, identified the gaps and how to increase production and productivity.
We are facing a critical challenge in terms of climate change adaptation, and the cost of inaction goes beyond $90 billion a year.
The leaders noted that the lack of implementation and accountability is a key challenge that plagues African food systems. Leaders have opined that smart agriculture could propel the entire African continent into being food secure. Reporting for Prime Edition from KICC, I am Teresa Mutai.